So really, we're stuck with asking, why is this happening? Why under Joe Biden are we seeing this flagrant behavior from China? Well, besides the fact of Hunter Biden's shady business dealings, maybe that has something to do with it. Ever think of that? Hunter Biden is perhaps one of the biggest national security concerns in American history. The emails, the photos, the voice messages, not to mention Hunter Biden is now admitting that the laptop is his. It's real. Let's be honest. All of this can potentially be used to compromise his father, Joe Biden, our president. This is National Security 101, and we barely even know what's on Hunter Biden's laptop. And sadly, it can be even far worse than we imagine. Well, now let's talk Hunter Biden, shall we? John Paul McIsaac is the owner of a Delaware computer repair shop where Hunter Biden left his infamous laptop in April 2019 and failed to collect it. Hunter's attorney accused McIsaac of illegally accessing the computer, and last week, McIsaac sued Hunter for defamation. Hunter's attorney is now pushing for charges against McIsaac and others. Joining me now is that man right there, owner of Mac Repair Shop in Wilmington, Delaware, and the man who repaired Hunter's laptop, John Paul McIsaac, and Compass Law principal Brian Della Rocca. John Paul, if I may, you've been on the show quite a few times. I think right now with this new litigation that seems to be coming from the Hunter Biden camp, he's complaining that you stole his intellectual property. Rudy came on a couple nights ago and showed us a document that he says that you had signed by Hunter Biden that says if you don't pick up your laptop in X amount of days, you forfeit the ownership of it and all the property inside, intellectual and other, and he signed it. Is about right?
That's absolutely correct. And I explain it at length to every customer that walks in because obviously I want to get paid when I do a job. And I explained it at length to Hunter. He signed the document and he never came to collect it. Now, when the job was done, I called him up on the 15th of April. He obviously was checking his phone and he could check his voicemail because I left a message saying you need to pick up an external hard drive and drop it off so I can transfer the data back. And lo and behold, he showed up on April 16th with a 2 terabyte Western Digital hard drive purchased from Best Buy. So if he's having trouble with his memory, I'm pretty sure his credit card statement would be able to confirm what I've been saying for 2.5 years.
And John Paul, just so the folks understand, how many days was he given to come back and pick up his property, and how many days did he go beyond that date, not picking up his property?
Well, on the paperwork, it states 90 days. I made multiple attempts throughout that 90-day period of time to reach out to him, as well as the automated payment request that he requested that was made. So he requested that I pay him through Square. So Square sent out to his email multiple times a requested payment. So again, I don't know why he refused to make payments. He never picked it up. When I realized the level of criminality on that laptop, I feared for my safety as well as the security of the nation. So that was when I decided that this had to go to the FBI. So he never paid me. He never picked it up. And the FBI has it. The FBI has the paperwork. The FBI has everything. So I don't understand why they're so quiet right now.
And before I get to the attorney, John Paul, one more question. So he did exceed the 90 days. That laptop was there, and he didn't say, "Give me 30 more days" or anything like. He just exceeded it. You never heard from him.
The last time I spoke to him was when he came into my shop on April 16th and dropped off the external drive and told me to bill him.
And that was beyond the 90-day window.
No, that was within
literally the only time you've ever spoken to him.
That was the last time I spoke to him.
So beyond 3 years, about 3 years ago, or 4 years almost. Okay, Brian Della Rocca, I think there are some issues. Some people are saying, well, maybe some of the information that the FBI has is different from what John Paul made a copy for himself, I guess, and then I think Rudy Giuliani had a copy who he disseminated to a couple of media outlets. By the way, Newsmax is not one of them. But so go ahead. The FBI has the original files, yeah?
Yes, the FBI has the original files, has the original hard drive to which the data was transferred to, and the original actual laptop. So it would be very easy for them to compare what John Paul has to what they have to verify that John Paul has not tampered with any of the information. My guess is maybe we're not hearing from them because they've already done that and they're not worried about it. But these claims that John Paul tampered with the evidence, that he gave the hard drive to a lot of different people, are just false. And we've said it over and over. John Paul gave the information to the FBI, and only when he felt like the FBI was not doing anything with it did he then seek to go to the president's attorney, Rudy Giuliani.
And it's fairly standard, whether it's a repair shop or it's a, it's a pawn shop. If you leave property and you have a certain date that you're supposed to pick it up, make payment, pay the money back to the loan, or pay for your repairs, in the document it says they're allowed to keep it. Attorney Brian, that's a legal and binding document?
Well, yes, it's a contract. You can't expect people to hold on to your property for the rest of their lives just because you didn't come to pick it up.
Good.
The document was clear. John Paul explained it to him, and he signed off on that.
Yeah. All right, John Paul, there's some rumblings that you may turn around and sue the Hunter Biden camp. Thoughts on that, and what it would be for, and are you going to?
Well, I mean, we're already suing them. We've already got a lawsuit going against Hunter. He's one of a few different parties. Now, after this, we're not sure exactly how we're going to approach it, but something needs to happen.
Okay, John Paul?
Well, yeah, we filed this lawsuit back in October, and it was for Adam Schiff, Politico, CNN, Hunter Biden, as well as the campaign to elect Joe Biden. And it took us months to actually track down Hunter. And I think it's the timing is impeccable, because we finally tracked him down and we served him on Friday. And then on the following Wednesday, he comes down on me like a ton of bricks. So I just think this is another example of Hunter using his family's name to get what he wants.
Yeah. Any thoughts of? I mean, your name is on their side. They keep talking about how you stole their thing. I mean, is there a libel lawsuit there?
There possibly. I mean, we're looking at every avenue right now. This is something new. It's still new, even though it seems like it's been a very long time since it came out, but it was only 2 nights ago. We're evaluating the situation, and we will make a decision.
Well, finally, GOP has the House. The investigations shall commence, and I think the contents of the laptop have been entered into Congress. So we should know a lot more soon. John Paul McIsaac and Brian De La Rocca, thank you so much.